Welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking quiet luxury. It is a design, style and aesthetic that has taken the runway by storm and has started trickling into home decor as well. And I want to talk to you about it because I really love the aesthetic, and I wanted to go to Ikea because we all don't have the money to pay designer prices for our furniture and decor, but Ikea is a affordable place and there were some really beautiful pieces. So this is the first one I wanted to draw your attention to. It is a sofa that is called SÖDERHAMN. It is a place up in the north of Sweden, and it has this beautiful sort of piping or edging around it, which really makes it look very high end. Now this single lounge chair was 5,000 crowns. It was so beautiful. You can take this out and wash it. It had a zip there on the side. I did look at the sofa version of it in another material, and as you can see, they didn't have the edging or the piping, and the material was a different fabric, so it really didn't look as high-end as this one does. Now this is such a beautiful color. It screams quiet luxury. Price point, you cannot beat it. It is really a great find at the Ikea, and I would highly recommend this. I would buy it for my own home if I was looking for sofas. You could buy two of these two-seater sofas, have them opposite each other, and one of the lounge chairs. If you had a big great room, it would just work beautifully. This side table called the Asperad, I found it actually just by chance. I was looking at some coffee tables, but I didn't find any that I thought were really nice. They had a coffee table in the same sort of design, but it didn't look very high-end. But this side table really looked very beautiful, very elegant, with this sort of gold at the bottom. I could see it in between two single chairs. It would really work beautifully. Now, their Besto unit, it is a very popular unit here in Sweden. We've used it all the time, many different ways, and before, a few years ago, I think about 8 years ago, I remember my brother-in-law bought one of these for his flat in a town, but he just bought the shell, the base of the unit, and then he had to go to another company to get some doors made, which were a little bit more exclusive because Ikea didn't offer a wide range. But now, as you can see from my film and my footage, Ikea offers you a wide range of doors that you can use for your Besto unit, so you can really customize it to whichever way you like. There's got wood, as you can see, they've got a herringbone, they've got this sort of paneled wood. That's all the rage right now. I was actually wondering whether you could buy that and put that on the wall, but it really was very beautiful, and a lot of good options. Now you could go the stone route, but for me and what I've been researching with the quiet luxury, you want to keep everything very creamy, very soft whites and soft grays, keeping everything just feeling very calm, luxurious. So that's what I would go for, but you had a plethora of options there for you. Now the Lomarp is a sideboard here that you can see they've done a dining room. It was absolutely beautiful. Now the way they have set up the Lomarp is not really screaming high luxury at the moment, because the high luxury aesthetic, everything has to be very calming and very beautiful and very minimal, and the wallpaper and all keeps very busy. But the unit in itself is absolutely beautiful. It comes in this sort of greeny blue color, and I absolutely loved it. You can get just the sideboards as well, so that would also be an option. And then I made my way into their kitchen section. Now the reason I wanted to talk about kitchen is because when I think of quiet luxury, I'm thinking mostly that all your core pieces in your house, like your kitchen, your larger investment pieces, your sofa, your dining table, all of those pieces really need to look classy and high-end and very neutral, because that's what's going to allow your space to have that elevated look and allow you to keep your decor to a minimum, which is really a very important part of the aesthetic of quiet luxury. So as you can see, there are a number of options. The one I was pointing to is what I used in my kitchen when my husband and I renovated our kitchen about 10 years ago actually now, or even more. We didn't have so many options options, but as you can see, this new option here, this Love, is a beautiful warm color. It really allows you to have some color, but keeping everything well neutral. Now this shaker style cabinet, now I love shaker style kitchens, but they are not well made here at Ikea, and I would stay away from them. But the Love was definitely something you could look into if you were renovating your kitchen. Right across from that, they had a number of options for your backsplash, and this was the kitchen. Now, an integrated fridge always really is very elegant and very beautiful. It is a very popular. We did it 10 years ago in our flat, and I absolutely love it. Now this unit was so beautiful, this kitchen, and they had used this sort of marble effect, quartz I think, and it had a beautiful veining, sort of gold veining through it. It was absolutely beautiful. These cupboards were lovely. The soft close is what's going to give you that elegant and very high-end sort of finish to all your kitchen cabinets. All the details, those are the things you really need to look at. This sort of grill here in the middle of your induction cooker. If you couldn't do a lacrosse range, which is really the piece de resistance, but when you are looking at Ikea, this was a great option. It had a lot of drawer options here for your spices, and then they had this beautiful island that they had done as well in this sort of quartz. They had a curved edging on one side, and then the other side was a waterfall drop. It was beautiful. Now this cupboard is what I wanted to show you. As you can see, as soon as I open the doors, the lights come on. So these are all the small details that you would have to have in your kitchen or in your home in general if you want to have and incorporate quiet luxury. They were really beautiful. The handles were built into the cupboards, so seamless, absolutely stunning. And then they had a number of options here for your countertops as well. Now if I was renovating the kitchen and I was using the Love, I would have just lower cabinets, nothing on the walls. I would just have a very shallow single long shelf, just like they're doing in the high-end kitchens these days, just to keep everything minimal and looking really luxurious. Next on my list was bedding, but before I headed on to the bedding section, I found this headboard. It was called the Kongsfjord. It was absolutely lovely. This olive green color was so beautiful, and a really lovely subtle way to incorporate a little bit of color into your home and create the quiet luxury look. This wasn't cheap by Ikea standards either. It was 20,000 crowns, which is about $2,000, but well worth the money. And now we're heading on over to the section where you've got a lot of storage units. Now, this one called Malm is a storage unit or set of drawers that they've had for years. We have the darker brown versions in our bedroom, but they've come up with this mint green. The reason I love them is because they are also very seamless. As you can see, there are no handles. They just open and close. They really give off a very high-end luxury feel. Now the mint green that they've come out with this year, I probably wouldn't use in a sitting room or dining room, but I could see it working beautifully in a kid's room. Really beautiful color, could work for a girl and a boy. So as you can see, there are plenty of options here. You get the double Malm sideboard as well, and really they're very versatile pieces. Now walking across from them, I found this walk-in closet. Now, high-end looking home and luxury homes, as well as the aesthetic that we're going for now, quiet luxury, has to have a walk-in closet. I mean, this would really be my dream. I wouldn't put the dining table there, but I would use their closets. You could have them built in for a more luxury feel, and they are very good quality, and you can have them set up in any different way you like. Instead of the dining table, this is what I would do. 4 of these Malm pieces together with a piece of glass or wood on top would really give you a very nice and lovely high-end looking island in your walk-in closet with ample storage. And then they had this glass unit, this black glass unit, just kept to the side. It was beautifully styled on top with a mirror and a lovely lamp, which you could have. But it really screamed for me anyway, a Sex and the City moment. I could just see Kerry's fancy shoes in that glass cabinet really having their moment to shine. And then I walked past their kitchen section and I found this linen tablecloth. I didn't find anything else worth mentioning. I'm really being very picky, but this ombudnad was a linen tablecloth, and anytime you can incorporate linen into your quiet luxury aesthetic, it really is a winner, because linen is a really warm, a very natural and a very luxurious, in fact, material to use in your home. Now, any designer will tell you that your curtains and your drapery has to be spot on if you want to have a very luxurious feel in your home. Ikea does have some options. The one that I would recommend is the Samella if you are planning to do this sort of aesthetic at home on a budget and you didn't have the money to get tailored curtains. But they were really, really pretty. They're $7.99 a panel. They get it in satin, and then they also have it in a sort of linen fabric. It's not linen, but it does give off that linen feel. I do have it in my home. But I wanted to draw attention to this railing that you see. This is a really lovely thing to have in your home. Really gives you a very classy high-end look. It attaches to your ceiling, then you add in your hooks and you hang your curtains on it. Allows you to draw your curtains back and forth really beautifully, very seamlessly. They have a single version as well as a double version here. So if you wanted to have a sort of a net curtain underneath and then your heavier linen curtain on top, you had that option. That was 180 crowns per 140 centimeters, and it's called the Vidga. And then you got 140 crowns for the smaller or the shorter one. Really was very beautiful. I highly recommend using them if you are planning to hang curtains. Now, this is the bled linen that I saw. Really beautiful with this sort of piping on the edge, really sort of gave off that very high-end hotel vibe. That really is what we are kind of going for in the bedroom. This is their linen version. It was a single sheet, and they had the double sheets as well, or the duvet. As you can see, they're not cheap. One was $8.99 and the other one was over 1,000 crowns, which is about $100. But they did have these ones, were not linen, but they were 199 crowns for the single sheets. So really inexpensive, and you could go that route and not spend a lot on your linen for your bed, even though those linen sheets were really to die for. Adding a little luxury into your bathroom could be easy. You could add these waffle robes. They were 269 crowns, so about $25, and very, very pretty, lovely color, and it will just really give you that sort of elegant luxury touch in your bathroom, especially if you're having guests. I did go to their lighting section. I found this light that I thought was really pretty. It's called the Regnskö, and it was absolutely beautiful. A lovely shape, lovely material. There again, sort of a linen feel. The only thing I wasn't keen about was the light bulb in the middle. I'm wondering if you had a sort of an LED nicer light bulb, whether it would work. If anybody tries it out, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear if it worked out. Now, art is a really, really big piece of the aesthetic when you're looking for quiet luxury, but you want to keep it neutral, minimal, and very, very classy. Now, these prints of Stockholm have been introduced into IKEA. They were 149 crowns. I have never seen them before, and in their sort of black simple frame really screamed elegance for me. I would definitely go with the black frame. I wouldn't go with any other color. They were 349 crowns. The frame, they're quite large. The prints are large. There are 3 different prints of Stockholm City. You had City Hall, and then you had a picture of the castle here, and then you also had of the Parliament. Beautiful photographs. I really wished I had a place for them in my home. Then I looked at the mirrors. I found this one called a Lomviken. I have the silver version. They've come out with the black version, which is so much more elegant. It's absolutely stunning. And they did have a couple of other mirrors that you could use as well, called the Hovet, which was really beautiful. beautiful as well. Now I found these clear vases which were inexpensive and came in a variety of sizes, and really easy way to add some elegance into a home. Very understated, very inexpensive. And this one as well, this isn't a new piece. I've had it for a year or a couple of years now. It doubles up as a vase or a water dispenser. I probably would use it as that, but it was really beautiful. Two things that I would probably add into the aesthetic that we're looking at, quiet luxury. Now I walked past their candle section because I wanted to have a look at these. I saw them on the website. They've got a lot of stoneware candles with really nice vessels, sandy color. This was really beautiful. Substantial candles. They burn for 50 hours. I didn't check the price, and I don't recommend them for the smell. I haven't used them, but just aesthetic wise, they looked really high-end, beautiful candle holders, and I could really see them in the quiet luxury aesthetic. And before I left, I went to the fine section, and lo and behold, I found these curtains. They are linen curtains. They're marked down to $4.49. There were actually 4 panels, so you could use 2 on either side of your windows. Really give your window a luxury feel. So it goes to show, never leave Ikea without going to their fine section. So those are all the luxury finds I found at Ikea. I hope this video has been helpful and that you got some idea of the quiet luxury style that's taking the interior world by storm. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.